Uh, I've been asked to do another one of these. The thought process during my gameplay, so why not? Made a content anyway. Just need thumbnails because these are not doing well.
What the fuck did he die to?
Okay, so first thing you can see is me parachuting in on a team. Already a minute and a half into the game.
What the fuck did he die to?
Apparently someone died. I think he got revived here then. Not sure. There must have been a plea, otherwise I wouldn't have said that. Or I might have seen the downed person, I don't know. So we take high ground, we keep high ground for as long as possible. This guy is isolated himself. This guy is now underneath me. This guy would be the biggest threat. He's got a plain difference between plain open ground between him and me. If he wants to push me, he has to cross that first. This guy is close to me. He could climb this ladder, he could climb this ladder, he could take a bit of distance on one of these sides and then shoot me or beam me from the roof. I don't want that. So, gotta take care of him first. Open the window, better visuals. Instantly move to the other side of the roof, use this little ledge as a piece of cover against this guy. He was only going to play it up. He had one plate, maybe a two plate, anyway. Wasn't going to take long. He instantly repeats, which is understandable, and I'd expected. So I was in cover there. Here I hear an AI climbing up, throwing knife him. As not to have to reload again. Pre-aim the container. Which, I mean, that's his cover. He's going to be there. Easy kill. Shit, there's a third. Should have known. Could have known. Didn't know. Instant reposition. So I heard him somewhere there. So we used this building as a cover between me and him. Gotta get rid of the AI first. He's not chasing, that gives me time to move to the apartments. There is a drone up in the air though. Okay, so locating the drone. Got spotted over here, got spotted over here. Should be between there somewhere then. Probably. Not gonna do anything with it. Chose to go with the easy jump in. Wasted a bit of time, but that's okay. Oh, we'll still use IP rounds here. Fantastic. Yay. Okay, so once again, high ground. This building is not clear anymore. Haven't checked any of it. You can see that guy parachuting over there, two over there, there was an explosion over there. This is unclean, there are people there, and I don't know where yet. So we start by going top left. Oh shit! Luckily he's already again. Went too fast there, expected him over there. But AP ran saved my ass, and him probably not having a lot of time in the game. I hate loud vehicles, sorry.
Contract on your head. Engage at your discretion.
I think I heard this guy, but I'm not sure. Helicopters are incredibly loud in this game, they always distract me. Yeah, here you hear him. You can just, that one or two footsteps. I'm so glad he didn't see me. And I completely whiffed that. Okay, so that instant reposition from over there to over here. You can see it works, he's looking in the wrong direction. Could have not wasted my time on it. Because he wasn't looking in my direction anyway, could have just mantled, but I was afraid of him having a somewhat decent reaction speed. Because he does have the limited time operator skin. That guy, RPG, fantastic. So you've got the building again. Right, so you've got, I have to like copy paste this or anything or something. I'll have to redraw it every single time. Your building right there. Your building right there. Got the zip line over here. You've got AC, doesn't really matter. AC, AC. Basically, he is standing over here, right? And that means that his field of view is like this. So I want to get over here as fast as possible to get past this outer line. Because if he's going to re-peek this, he will see all of this before he sees all of this. He will have to actively turn around for that. This will take him more time, meaning that the straight line is the best option here, rather than rushing after him and be. Look, you don't want to step into his FOV. You want to either flank behind him, flank above him, or distract him, make sure he turns around, looks over here, and then attack from behind, because you don't know if you're going to win your 1v1. So stay out of that FOV for as much as possible. Make sure his reaction time is going to be as slow as possible, and yours as fast. That's probably a horrible explanation, but I hope you get the point. No, gonna have to read for the entire thing now. So yeah, crossing that as fast as possible so that you would replay it. So yeah, a little jump as well, just getting close to him as quickly as possible, and then breaking his FOV because people with shotguns and RPGs didn't really know how to play the game. Not meaning to constantly talk trash about my opponents, but this is a bit of a bot lobby. This is the game in which I got 18 kills, by the way. I won't put the link in the description because I'm a lazy fuck, but yeah. You'll be able to find it pretty easily. There's an entire playlist with somewhat high upgrade kill games on Ashika.
Ultra One, extraction is inbound at this time.
I'm reorganizing my inventory. So because I'm on PlayStation, I'm on controller, I have to manually select what items to equip from the inventory. Meaning that the first couple of inventory slots are easier to access for me than the later ones. So yeah, I took the X helicopter, take some high ground, was getting shot at earlier, saw that guy, just randomly being in my FOV, bad idea, easy kill, getting beamed from over there, so I'm jumping out on the other side, taking distance immediately, because apparently you can't hit his shots. I can see a person walking on the building in front of me, left or right, might be AI, didn't think, nope. Okay, here, I wait for him to peek me. I'm not gonna push him. You can hear him walking in my direction. He is going to have to mantle up there to be able to shoot me. Meaning that he will have a little animation before he can shoot me. Meaning that I can shoot him without getting shot back. That is always what you want.
An operator in your area needs medical. Be advised, targeting operators will put a bounty
Easy kill.
on your head.
Can hear footsteps behind me, but apparently that's AI. Never mind, it isn't. Once again, a deaf person.
Requesting medical near your location.
Footsteps, instant reposition. When I'm walking like this and I hear footsteps, that means they are probably going to be aiming, if I didn't see them, either on me over here or on where I'm going to be in a second. So what you want to do is when doing movement, you want to break this shape. You want to go to where he is not anticipating you. This already probably would be too bad. Just make sure you jump around your target, not closer into his FFV, but if he's tracking you, he's going to be looking from where you come from to where you're going. So whatever he's doing, you do the opposite. Here, I didn't know where he was. I heard a little bit of his footsteps. I did instantly make that little movement, which yeah. I didn't see him here. I think that's them. I don't know. Quality's too. Oh, not the quality. The quality is garbage. I'm sorry. Yeah, that is him. Okay, so I didn't know. Didn't realize. I run away. Here I hear footsteps, I think. Instantly brake. I don't think it did that much for this, but at least his second shot was nowhere near me. He couldn't even fire a second shot because it was already gone. Just confuse him. Use their momentum against him. Okay, no fast. Yeah, he's looking the other way. Too slow. That is probably because he's bad, but on in some gunfights this will save you. High ground, as always. Brother! What did I do? Sorry for the weird noise. I was getting distracted because my dumbass. Yeah, sorry. Where is it? There it is. Get annoyed by myself real quick. Yeah, another advert. Fantastic. It's muted now as well.
I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done.
Don't. No, not interested. Bro. So sorry for this. This is just me being bad at making videos. Nothing interesting happens and I'm immediately gone. High ground. Parachute. Back to the people. No. The other way around. Please attract people.
Ultra One, activity has increased in the area. Keep your eyes open.
Shots over to the right, just saw it on the compass. Surprise! Rock. Equal cover. I'm here. There's a person here. There's a person here. If I shoot this guy's going to turn around and shoot me. So if I stay as close to the rock as possible when shooting this guy can't get a visual on me. Easy dubs. So I shoot this guy, and then what I could have done was either I go over here, stay close to the rock, wait for this guy to push, either shoot him or run around the rock, shoot him from behind, or what I did in this case is probably because I thought he had a shotgun. I don't know, not sure. Jump off, get distance. Big FOV. When he pushes, which he did, this is not the most efficient thing I could have done, but it is what I did. Very, very big FOV. See? I can see all of this. And when he comes around either one of these edges, it is easier for me to flick to him and shoot him than it is for him to scan this entire field in which I, in the open, anywhere could be. This is the last place he saw me. I disappeared into the nothingness over here. This was way too fast. This is not what someone normally would do. because normally you wouldn't turn your back to your enemies. It just doesn't make sense, and these are the little thingies, the little decisions I can make. Excuse me, make subconsciously. But that is how you have to win it. Know people, know brains, know what you would do, know what enemies could do. So when you take distance from this, he's gonna have to look over in this entire direction. Like all of this, he's gonna have to spot you, aim to you, shoot you when he expects you somewhere over here. Just, yeah, another very good tip is don't be where they expect you to be where they don't expect you to be. Just disappear every single time. Isolated, shooting, distance. And then here, what I should have done is shot that guy. But I didn't. I should have been expecting of him to push there. But I, as always, was a bit too slow. Should have preempted the fuck out of it. Get so high ground, trying to get an overview over on that area. You know, back where on the hill. And for any potential chasers. Now, I saw that guy standing, for fuck's sake, stand still, Maz. There. So, yeah. That's how I knew they were there. Here, footsteps close. Shots close. MP7. Getting closer to them. Because these guys have just been struck by an airstrike. And they're in an X helicopter. If they're going to want to PvP, they're going to have to jump out. So I'm going to get close to them. They're in a rather weak position. They're out in the open in an X helicopter. In the middle of my FOV, if I stand over here at least. So as you just saw, he was parachuting out. And I completely missed my chance again because I'm too slow. But that's better than to focus on the guy who was flanking me here and then get flanked by the people from the X helicopter who will then have reached their high ground and can parachute onto the little tower thingy I was just standing on. Getting wrecked from the back is not what you want. But now we've got them isolated, and because of the bots are unable to make use of that, because I'm not chasing them when the bots are shooting me. It'll be the end of me. Here I drop a muni, should have picked up those imported teas behind me, inside. Teas? Tea bags? Tea packs? I don't know.
If I don't fuck this up, I might be able to farm a new world record out of this. Would be quite nice. I need to clickbait.
I was actively farming this game, by the way. I was trying to get, I believe, 22 kills, but I miscounted. I didn't even count, but like, you get the point.
It is a platoon.
Just meaning to farm it. And I didn't farm for long enough. This is not the world record, but it is, yeah. Still a decent amount of kills. Checking the roof with a camera. Getting a high ground, getting a power position. Power plant is such an overpowered position. Subject for a different video. Shots over there, saw the little beam, the flare for the exfil. They might try to reposition to power plant. That is just what people do when they're over there. Because you're out in the open, you can get beamed from apartments, you can get shot from power plant, you can just get sniped from castle. Doesn't matter what you do. When you stand there, you're out in the open. You're very, very, very vulnerable. So you move to power plant. You're a wait for them to move to power plant because they're out in the open. They didn't. Well, now they did, but that's too late. I repositioned, the shots inside, he probably called me out to his teammate saying I was upstairs. Or at least his teammate could have known that. But his teammate is absolutely clueless, so not a free kill. Constant repositions, because I want to farm. So I just realised it's probably not the best video to take apart and do the thought process of, but I will anyway, because I need content. Fellas in the open. That's a plea. that will be useful later on. Please equals big teams, which equals good for me. Good for the kills. So yeah, I got distracted, was looking in the direction I expected something from, because I don't vividly remember, but this guy repositioned to over here, so that's probably... There was a guy running from like over there to over there. I expected him to come around that corner, shoot me. He didn't. Should have realized that the guy was over here earlier. Also, one of them ran in this direction behind me. He didn't shoot me, but once again, absolute bot lobby. That smoke was garbage. Just want to get from smoke to smoke here, just trying to get away from him. Now, fortunately, I didn't need a reload. If I had needed a reload, I would have first played it up, then reloaded. I've always got my knives. I've always got smokes. Plates are more important, because if I try to shoot them, then I will lose that gunfight 100% if I'm not fully plated. Even if I've just got one plate. It's not enough. No. Now, 2 plates I might have taken. But you also never know how many there are. This was perfect timing. Basically, what I do here is I anticipate repeat. Down one is low. You see him running in that direction. You pre-aim that direction. Now here you've got the issue that is silo, fence, revive, wall, me. Fence. He could peek from here. He could peek from here. That's bad. Because if I stand over here, he expects me here. There's only one option for where I could be. Yeah, somewhere in this area. But it's faster to flick from like over here to over here than it is for me to, if I'm standing over here, flick from over here to over here. So I'm just going to take one of these options. I'm going to isolate myself again, stand over here and look. No, this is slightly out of proportion. Stand like over here and keep a line of sight over there. And if he comes running around over here, then I hear him and can shoot him. Or reposition, doesn't matter. I'm just gonna go for the option that deep opportunity. One of many possibilities that he pushes around here. And then we just go with it. And then that is what he did. Got us a 3 down. Forgot if I got the finish. Finish. Instantly put the fence back between that mine and me, otherwise it would have downed me. I saw that guy drop down behind the fence, don't know if you saw it, really hope you did. So again, we got time for that revive. Down, you saw him drop there. Reposition. Now here I back off way too far. In a normal fight, you'd have taken that. Here I use the excuse, I don't even know what's going on anymore. Which is very valid. If I didn't know what's going on, I'm not going to take a fight. I don't want to find myself in the middle of nowhere. I want to know precisely where I can expect my danger from. And if it is more than I could potentially handle at the worst case scenario, then I didn't want to be there and I reposition. X4 Elo is back. Just heard the smoke popping. No. Please. If I had seen that play disappear on my map, I would have instantly peeked this. Fortunately, I already was doing that. Gives me a bit better timing. 3 beams. I mean, I got a kill over here, down over there. They're gonna revive the down, they're gonna then revive the kill. In the time that I've repositioned to back up on power plant, they probably get that revive off. So they're not gonna be anywhere other than this area. They're not gonna be inside the stronghold yet. I don't have to look behind me. I don't have to look over here because why the fuck would they be over here? I didn't have to look over here because once again, why the fuck would they have to be over here? I was here. I didn't see them or hear them on the way over here. If my travel time is about the same as theirs is, then that means that in the time that I've traveled over here, and they would have potentially traveled over here, that revive would have been between it. So plenty of time. I didn't think I would say that, but you get the point. That's what this is all about. Slight modification. They know I'm up here. I don't want them to know I'm up here, so I want them to think that I'm up here. I didn't want them to know where I'm at. It's a platoon, you're gonna get outnumbered. They're also horrible at the game, so I could have killed them, but once again, I was farming, I was trying, I didn't want to kill him yet. I wanted to farm kills. So, reposition. I also heard footsteps over there, so they were actively pushing. Apartments! I love the apartments. So why not take him to the apartments? Do a bit of rotating. There he is, parachuting in, weak and vulnerable. When he is out in the open, I'm gonna shoot him. Got too greedy. Could have been up on the zipline. Carefully checking. Ah, yes he was. Could have been up on the zipline. So, why did I peek this? Why the fuck? I could have closed the door potentially if he was there. You just saw him right there. Hold up, can I? Yes, I can. Fantastic. You can see the bag right there. That bag isn't horizontal. You would recognize the shape. You can see it moving as well. Whoa. So yeah, you know he's there pretty easily. Shoot him, drop shot because I don't want to get hit. Potentially with a Bryson. Stealing his plates. I mean, one of the best ways of getting plates, especially with players that aren't as sharp as some others, is you just get them to buy plates, and then you steal them from their body, and they're not all stacking. Now, I do believe I heard footsteps underneath me in the staircase earlier when I was standing there still plating up, when that sniper was shooting at me as well. Oh, well, there he goes. Unexpected reposition, no one ever expects you to be able to see the power plant from that window. Shoot him from out in the open. He only gets down, probably landed in the pool, so I'm gonna get a different angle here. Finish my kill. Here the parachute, choose to ignore. Prioritization. I've got it down, I want to finish that down. He isn't a threat. If he were a threat, I would have shot him first, then the down. But he wasn't. Now he was. See, now that he has positioned himself, I only have a short time to get this finished because now I'm in the open. Can't get the finish. Free aim over there because well, he landed over there. I'd expect him to take some high ground, but he didn't, which is either a very lucky or a very smart play. I don't know if it was intentional or not. Repeat, there's some crawling around that edge to get cover from me over there. So he's expecting me from over there, crawling away from that towards me in a different angle. Easy kill. Over-explaining this way too much, but okay. Hey, free peek. Pretty fantastic. We stand inside. So I heard footsteps here. But this is the same peek I always do. Because why we don't look in this direction? When I'm running out of this door, first thing I'm going to clear is this part of the building. Then I'm going to walk a little bit to the right and look out for this middle part of the building and probably the part behind that as well. If I can't check that, then I'll climb on top. And if I still can't see anyone, you know, if I don't hear anyone or I don't see anyone moving, then I will parachute over to the other side and start clearing out further to then get to this. If they're in the stronghold, when you hear crates, there will be bots. You can hear bots moving, you can hear bots shooting if there's players inside. So if you hear the crates and you don't hear bots shooting, they're not in the stronghold. You can move on to clear the other part of the apartment. Just, yeah. One of them behind me, one of them low. He is pushing, not yet a threat, because he missed his jump. He is far down below me now. This guy is a bigger threat, because I can't deal with the person under me who has a one-shot unless I take my distance, get behind the AC. If I'm behind the AC, this guy will become a problem, because he can beam me. He can shoot me, I will get distracted, this guy with the shotgun can close in and kill me. I don't want that, so I'm gonna take out the guy who covers him. Easy kill. Slight reposition, because if he gets up on that roof, I'm standing over there, I'm out in the open, he can beam me. Checking below him first. Because this is the lowest possible he could be at that point. He landed over there, probably, just assuming, but if he landed over there, then can't hurt to check that. If he had landed over there, I would have checked that. Didn't see him there. He is probably, due to the timing, already past that little staircase. So he's going to be either there or already behind the block. So by looking at this, I give myself the best reaction times for everything. Because if he is over in here in the portal, you're not going to have a lot of time to shoot him. So that is what I'm pre-aiming. If he's up here anywhere, then I don't really have anything to miss because he's already at the highest point. I don't have to prevent him from reaching the top of the building. I don't have to keep him from a power position. He's already got it. That's reality. That's what I have to accept. That's what I have to deal with. Mine? Sure. Because why would you take the roof? And there he is. He went for the revive. Brother. Why? Not like I care, but it's just, and he just jumped, and first of all, you didn't see him over the ridge here in front of me on the balcony. You would have had to mantle. Second of all, you hear him falling down way down below. Probably downed. Quick reposition, trying to get a visual on him. If he'd landed over there in the little, that area, would have been useless. So he'd have instantly repositioned to over it, get some high ground and get to flanking and pushing me. Because you don't want to be in a useless position unless you're camping and avoiding contact, which they weren't. Footsteps underneath me, at least 2 people. Reposition, first check if this is clear, then reposition to, from the little balcony, get a visual on all portals. There he was, there they are, out in the open. Play pigeons. Get it down, they expect you over here, probably to chase them. Danger is over here, so they're running from the danger, they're running up. Even though it doesn't make sense psychologically, it is the first impulse you get. Easy kills. Instant reposition away from the kills. I don't know if he's above me or underneath me in the staircase. I don't know if he's on the opposite building. No clue, but he has a shotgun. So I want to go where I know he isn't, this part of the building. Which also, fortunately, allows me to regain access to high ground. Which I then ever so riskily do by taking the bridge, going to where he could be. I heard footsteps here. And instantly going back over here. I could have just went up here and parachuted to over here. It's less risky, but you can hear the parachute. So they would be careful for me from over here. This, even though more risky, will get me a better overall, well, not positioning, but situation. Because now he is unaware of me being here. So then we go for another peek on the bodies. Because we already know they constantly revive. They're like rabbits. It's just they keep their numbers up. Not reviving. Reload, get an angle on the second body. It's not there either. Mighty have been reviving and then heard me reposition. Could have, so I might check again. Didn't. Cool, I can hear footsteps in the stairs. He's above me, probably. Could be in there. Nope, never mind. There he is. Free kill.
And there we go.
Didn't know if there were more. There weren't. Cool. Picked him up. Had a good game. Farmed him, but doesn't matter. Got 18 kills. I'm gonna have to make a thumbnail for this. Or I'll just grab the same one as the old video ad. I don't know. I'm quite lazy. Gotta get myself active again. Let me know if you want to see this one. If you want to see my most watched video. No, fuck off. Many views? 31k views in half a year. That is utterly insane. If you want to see me breaking down this video, just tell me in the comments in a row. Right, have a good day. Bye bye.